You have to start doing death saves again.
Okay, well, this will be fun.
Where is she popping out at first?
Oh yeah.
Right where she is right now.
Okay.
She goes clang right against the gears.
Oh, you know what? It doesn't matter.
Uncheck your current death saves, and then just start doing them again.
Okay. We'll uncheck
So,
everything.
Would we be able to try a medicine check on her in between the death saves?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, so after
Because it's
I do
18
these
seconds.
death saves, if I don't die,
So, we'll try a medicine check on
Valios,
her before
you
her
also have
first
lay
death
on
save.
hands.
Yeah, you know what? I'll pop my last point of lay on hands on her. There you go.
That's a fail. Well,
No, you're alive. No death
All right.
saves.
I'm alive.
You have
So-
1 HP.
I have 1
And
HP.
you're conscious technically.
But wait,
No, she's
I'm
on.
falling.
Oh yeah, she is.
She is technically 1 HP conscious.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Oh, Grix, you're back. Great. Can I get you to roll a d4? Okay, you're going to be unconscious for 1 hour, Grix.
Yeah, Tomo is going to carry him.
Now, time to divvy up some XP.
All right.
I like to think that when after
Poor
he's
time, man.
unconscious. Wait, am I unconscious?
No,
You are
have
not.
1 point of HP and you're
You are
conscious.
barely alive right now.
I'm gonna look at Valios and go, what happened? Are you good?
You're alive, everyone. 4K.
Everyone
nice.
except for Time Man gets that amount.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Oh wow.
I need to adjust Tomoe's now.
While you all do that, I'm going to take a call real quick.
Okay. I still need 5,000 to level up.
If we are to leave here, this area, I would recommend that I hold on to the little ones. That would be Valios.
We are perfectly fine where we are. Let's just take a minute, relax on these stable platforms, and recuperate. There's no point in trying to finagle our way. It's you're literally on a stable platform right now.
No, she's not.
And he said it didn't fall through, and she can move directly onto one. All I have to do is move 1 step. Oh, also, you should have been making. You would have been making death saves with advantage or with +3, I believe. No, those are yeah, death saves are ability saves, I believe. Yeah, let me see here real quick, because my aura of protection. Saving throws are death saves. So if you make death saves within me, my range, you get +3.
If I make death saves within you.
Within me, I open up
I
and envelop the body.
No,
I
Mark,
appear
Mark,
from underneath you,
Mark,
and you're not,
you must
you're not
be
Well, you know,
conscious.
hyena females do have false penises, so
Mark, you
maybe
must
it's
be
like
conscious.
the same with Volpera. Who knows?
Is it?
Yeah, there's
Mark-
there's.
Wow.
Yep.
Is it while you're conscious for the aura of protection?
Yeah.
Back.
I don't think it even. Yeah, while I'm conscious.
Okay, because I see.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I was talking about how aura of protection gives +3 to death saves if they're within 10 feet of me.
It
No
does,
one
yeah.
was.
You just weren't within 10 feet.
Yeah, no one was. I mean, she would have been, but I gave her a point of healing anyhow. But yeah, I recommend we all just take a second. These platforms are stable for now. Just take a few minutes, catch our breath, and not die.
If I step to right here, that's like
That's within,
okay.
yeah, that's within.
Yeah, that's an okay spot.
Okay, I step right there and breathe.
Let's just get our bearings and move on from there.
So I'm assuming you want to take a short rest.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and take a short rest. And in that case, I'm going to go stop by the cafeteria really quick and get some food. So
Okey-doke.
I'll probably be like 15 minutes or so. which, accuracy in role playing.
There we go.
See, now we can actually fully immerse ourselves.
How many points? Let me do Tomoe's.
I did have one friend
No, I'm just
who told me about a
fine,
D&D
we'll
group he was in.
kidding.
Now, I can't say how truthful this is because it sounds like it would be tedious, but also kind of neat. And that is, they would do everything in real time.
That's
would-
ridiculous.
They would
Really?
role play out everything in real time. If they were going to take a long rest, that's it. Session is over. We cannot return until 8 hours have passed, at least.
There's
Wow.
gritty realism, and then there's stupid.
So I don't know if they actually did that or not. It sounds like a fun gimmick, but at the same time, like imagine being a caster who is gonna. But it does make you really start to think about: do I really want to cast this spell as a ritual?
Yeah,
What are you doing, Velios?
I'm healing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, forgot. Short rest. Like, where the fuck are these D10s coming from?
Yeah, I think that's as many as I can do. How you do up to half your? No, you can do as many as you want.
As many
What
as
am
you
I
want. You only gain half back though on a long rest.
Yeah. Just click on
Okay,
your
I'll be right back.
and then it'll subtract it, and then just add your HP. You have 1 HP right now,
I have one.
and then just start clicking on the D8 and adding what it says. So I'll do my last. Nice! Wow.
Oh, you know what? I just thought of it,
Sorry to
Yarosh.
interrupt.
If we want to keep things fair, Tomoe should have a permanent death save failure.
Okay.
Sorry, you have plus 17 on that, so you have 18 health. Let's see, that's my last health point. That's 94. All right.
I'll wait till you guys are done rolling to do mine and Tomoe's.
I'm something. I'm gonna do one. Oh. Oop. 3.
Oh, you can go ahead and start doing y'all's. I'm not gonna do any more right now.
What the fuck is wrong with his hit dice thingy?
Ooh.
It's Timon's. It's like he's using a whole different sheet. What the fuck? Does he have like a?
I'm gonna go with
Okay, let me do all of Miko's things. Or not Miko, all of Tomoe's things.
I don't
What?
think she gets a. Oh, okay. He did all of his at once.
You're also unconscious.
Yeah, but he can still use his hit dice to
Okay.
regain health.
Okay.
I'm fairly certain.
Talk to Brandon.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he has his phone. Okay, so she's going to gain 22 health back from that. Means that she will be at that number. Fair enough. So 1, 2, 3. So that is 22. Another 22. That means that that'll be.
Sorry for the falling thingy, brother. I wasn't trying to make that a whole thing. My whole logic behind it was just that there's no way to utilize gravity to forcibly make yourself fall. All falling is gravity taking over, and it's all unwilling.
Now here's my thing, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
I understand your point. I perfectly understand what you were trying to go for. But if you're willingly diving into a hole, you are choosing to have yourself intentionally fall. It's like intentionally failing a save.
Yes, but there's no way to intentionally fall down. Intentionally falling is called flying. You can't force yourself to fall from a standstill.
Calm down,
You
Toy
can
Story
force yourself
logic.
You can force yourself to lose balance, and then gravity takes over, and you unwillingly fall. But you cannot move yourself through 3D space using gravity intentionally. That's gravity taking over intentionally, or that's gravity taking over. You can't forcibly move yourself through 3D space like that. You know what's going to happen, but functionally, it's the exact same thing as a trapdoor opening.
Okay.
It's the mechanics of it are the exact same thing. It's gravity. Okay, if you can willingly, if if you can willingly force yourself through gravity downwards without gravity taking over and forcibly taking you and unwillingly move you, then that means you can move in any direction you want in 3D space. It's gravity taking over. It's unwilling movement, no matter what you call it. But if you want to make it logically, oh, you're diving for it or oh, you're jumping in, then I could see that. But in my campaign, falling is falling. The only issue is that it's countered because if you're flying and you willingly fall, then that's fine, but you're going to fall 600 feet immediately. That's game rules. That's why that rule is in there. So that you can't, oh, I willingly fall 5 feet and then stop. No, if you fall, then you're falling 600 feet. So I willingly stop flying or flapping my wings. Well, gravity takes over and you fall 600 feet. Take the damage. That's why that rule exists. That is. So think of it this way. You're on a cliff and there's a bunch of harpies on the way down. Okay, hit me with it again. Hit me with it again. Okay. Okay, you're letting gravity take over is what you're doing. No, you're letting gravity take over. It's not you moving you, it's gravity moving you.
Okay.
Well, if you're falling if you fall 10 feet straight. Oh yeah, yeah. That's a whole different thing. If you're falling 10 feet straight down, then yeah, you're taking the 10 feet of damage. Oh, well that's an interesting thing. So are you saying that the slide is slowing you down? Yes, the 600 feet falling rule is really fucking stupid, but that's why they use it to counteract the I willingly fall. I stop flapping my wings and then I flap them 10 feet down. Yeah, we could calculate the maximum falling velocity using your weight, but that would be absolutely asinine, and we'd start calculating butthole circumference at that point.
I do have a question. Because what you posted, it
Mhm.
says you don't provoke an opportunity attack if an explosion hurls you out of a foe's reach,
It says, for
or
example.
if, for example, or if gravity causes you to fall past an enemy. Now, listen.
Mhm.
In my personal opinion, that would be like you're flying and then all of a sudden your fly spell runs out and you fall past an enemy, so the enemy wouldn't be able to attack you. However, I did walk and I chose to jump in. It wasn't, yes, technically gravity was
Fell
taking
past an
me.
enemy.
But no.
Gravity forced you to fall past
No,
it.
no, 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 because I didn't.
Did you move yourself downwards using gravity? I know, I get
No,
what you're
no.
saying.
I'm no. Like logically, okay, logically, an apple, you drop it, gravity takes it. Yes. But did the apple choose to be dropped?
It doesn't matter.
No, 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 no. It does because did the apple choose to be dropped? No.
To move downwards willingly, you have to fly. That's the only way to move downwards willingly.
But that's the thing.
Fly, hover, anything like that, teleport. But So here's the part that kills the entire argument. You want the kill shot? Here it comes. That's I completely okay. So
No, Mark,
gravity
exactly.
takes over. It's not you willingly moving yourself downwards. Gravity
No,
is taking
no.
over. So here's the kill shot. If you'll all listen for a second, you're on a cliff. The cliff is it doesn't matter how high at this point. There is an infinite amount of harpies going down it. If you jump off that cliff, or if you fall off that cliff, regardless of the orientation, rules as stated by Jeremy Crawford is that you fall past all those enemies and you take no opportunity attacks.
Okay, well that makes sense because it makes
At that point, you could be level with the harpy on the cliff face and fall past it.
okay, but all the
Here's
harpies
the
are
thing.
down below you.
Doesn't matter. If you could be at ground level with you, like this, flying on the cliff face 5 feet. So here's the cliff,
Mhm.
5 feet away, flying at 5 feet at ground level is another harpy. You can fall. You can either fall unwillingly there, or you can jump past it. Via rules as written, you don't take opportunity attacks from them or from the infinite harpies down below. You just take the fall damage.
I mean,
Mark,
That's per Jeremy
Here-
Crawford.
and here's the
Per sage
thing.
advice.
Here is the problem.
You can argue logic all you want, but the only way to move yourself willingly downwards in 3D space is
But
by
the
flying
way-
or hovering.
the way,
You are
Mark-
not a master of gravity, and you're not a gravitology wizard.
Mark,
but the way that
here's my counter argument. We know Jeremy Crawford makes a lot of stupid calls that make no
Sage
logical
advice,
sense.
man.
And
It's not my call.
I'm not saying it's your call, but what I'm saying is that we've all said
Well,
Jeremy Crawford makes some stupid calls, and we've changed rules.
yeah, it doesn't matter because
No,
he's
no, no,
already
no.
caveated
No,
that
no,
it
no, no.
that it counts this way, so it doesn't
No.
matter. That's I was just arguing in favor of this because that's how I'm going to run it in my campaign. Because that's
fine.
the logic of it. So
And that's
Brandon's is different than mine.
But here's my point.
Okay.
We've changed rules, and we've gone with a lot of rules. And
Yeah, I just said that we're
and
using Brandon's method because
I know,
Brandon's
I
declared
know,
it this way.
I know. I'm not arguing that. What I am saying is Jeremy Crawford makes a lot of stupid calls that make zero logical sense.
A lot of times.
Yes, and this is one of them. Because
Hey,
you are
if
still
it makes it into sage advice, then it's sage advice.
No,
That's not even
my
Jeremy
point.
Crawford at that point.
That's not my point. My point is that you are willingly jumping into a hole. You are still making a choice to do that. You are still
Yes, that's why we're going with that. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
what I think, it's what the DM call is. I'm not arguing against that. I'm telling you why it's
you
going
were
to be
arguing against that
my
the
campaign.
entire time.
Yeah, at first, and as soon as he said no, I dropped it. I posted one thing and I dropped it. That's why I was coming back to it, and I was saying, "Hey, sorry for that. This is how I'm going to rule it in my my campaign." And y'all started arguing, saying that you can forcibly move yourself through 3D space. But
it doesn't make sense.
because I guess you don't study physics or something.
It has nothing to do with physics. It has to do with
Move
logic
yourself
and choice.
right now. Move yourself up in 3D space, and then move yourself down in 3D space. Manipulate gravity right now to do so. You can apply. You take potential energy and you force it to become kinetic energy. At the top peak, it becomes potential energy, and then it gets converted back down on the way down. Let me pull up the physics for you. Potential energy version. If you jump platform, if you jump off the ceiling downwards, then you are forcibly causing yourself to fall downwards as far as that kinetic energy is, up until it's stored into potential energy and is reconverted. I'm just telling you how physics works, buddy. I can link it for you real quick. Okay. Fo- Following logic, sure. So then, by the same decree, a bad guy has you standing 5 feet in front of him. He is holding anybody, any enemy, any enemy. I'm talking D&D for you now. Any enemy is standing 5 feet in front of you. He triggers a trap that makes you drop. Since he knows it's the trigger, that's the trap that's going to make you drop. He can then take the opportunity attack, even though you're unwillingly moving. By raw,
unwillingly.
you are not taking that opportunity attack because you're unwillingly moving, even though he knows what you're doing and has planned that. So you diving in is the same thing as him knowing that you're going to fall when he triggers the trap. So it's not how raw works. Unwilling movement. But now that's where DM Fiat comes in. That's why Brandon has ruled it as such. When it comes to DM Fiat, you can make whatever ruling you want, and that is therefore unquestionable. I was just telling you how it's going to work in my campaign. Falling is always okay. Unwilling movement by raw. Unwilling movement by raw. That's all I'm saying. I'm just going by raw for you. And that's why it going by basic physics. Going by That's fair. That's fair. It's not how it's going to work in my campaign. Falling is always going to be taking that it's going to be unwilling movement. Yep.
No, if I just jumped on my own little
Yeah, had you jumped on your squares to trigger it, you would have been fine. Yeah, you would have been. Which is why it's kind of silly because I should have taken an opportunity attack then, technically, since I'm willingly trying to break something, even though I don't know if it's going to break or not. I know I'm trying to make it break. Therefore, I know I'm trying to fall, which I should have taken an opportunity attack.
Here's no, that was no.
I was right next to the enemy.
Yeah, there was one right there. I will give him that.
What I
But
imagine is the
here's
enemy
the
was looking
difference.
at you going, "What the
There's a
fuck?"
difference between choosing
So
to fall
you
through
would've
something that
done
is
it
directly
and then
below
saw
you
me running over there.
Yeah,
and somebody jumping
yeah, I
into
know
a
you do.
hole.
It makes sense if you DM Fiat. That's fine. I was just telling you how it's going to be different. That's all. I wasn't trying to get all heated with you guys. I'm just explaining physics. I ate a bunch of
Mark started a
garbage.
fire, Brandon.
What?
Mark started a fire with that fucking discussion.
I didn't start a fire. I was teaching them
What?
physics.
What fire are you talking about?
Nothing.
fucking-
We
The
agree
world
that if you willingly fall down in your campaign, it's going to be an opportunity attack.
Yes.
That's what we agree upon.
Unless you're falling past something, then no, you're fine.
Okay, yeah.
But if you willingly jump off a ledge,
That's
as far as I'm yeah, because here
I was just telling them
I was
that
thinking about it while I was gone. I was thinking about it while I was gone.
So
It's one
are
thing-
we.
Because Mark is arguing that if you're like, let's say the cliff is right here. That's my left hand, and then this is the person, right? Mark is arguing that this happens. They run and then like that. When actually you have to move the 5 feet in order to get into the space over it, and then you fall.
Yeah, this is what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say.
That didn't apply to this situation, unfortunately. Yeah, from a narrative standpoint, it does make sense. Yeah, from a narrative
Yeah.
standpoint, it does make sense. That's just not how I'm going to run it. That's
That's
all.
Honestly, this is what I imagined. I imagined that he was jumping around and fell through, and so the robot's like, "What the fuck?" and then saw me about to dive in, and he's
Oh,
like,
yeah, you
"Oh,
just
I
dove."
know this bitch ain't about to dive in like he did."
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the difference, Marcus. What I was about to say is there's a difference between you falling directly straight down and somebody jumping
And-
into a hole.
all I was arguing was the physics of it. You cannot logically force yourself to move downwards in 3D space without manipulating gravity itself. That's
Yes,
all I was getting
Obviously.
at.
Yes,
That's
but
that, and
what we
that's what willingly falling is you manipulating gravity.
Yep.
But I understand that provoking an opportunity attack would be you like trying to dive into a place like duh, they're gonna know. That's totally
And-
fine.
and that's
Because
exactly
the
what we're
problem
doing.
the problem with part of what Mark is arguing that I have a problem with is okay, great. Now you get into the weeds of, well, then what part of jumping constitutes as falling?
Exactly. It would be the downward arc. But
And
you
when
still
but technically when you're jumping, you're still moving, which means you provoke attacks of opportunity. But at what point does it count as falling? Because then whatever the DM decides from there, you can figure out, oh, well, if I just jump, I don't provoke attacks of opportunity. If the DM is like, well, that's technically a form of falling.
that's
or,
why they say it requires movement speed.
Mhm.
So if something requires active movement, that's when it states
And
specifically.
it did. It required active movement to jump down.
That's totally fine. Yeah. I just told them that's counter to how I'm gonna run it. It's different. That's all. And I was just telling them that the only way to willingly fall is to hover.
Plus, there's another thing too that you're not considering is the DM has to consider what tells a better story.
Yeah, and that's why I said from a narrative standpoint, it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. It created more tension, and that's what I wanted.
Mhm.
And everyone had their buttholes clenched.
Everyone did have their buttholes clenched.
Everyone had their buttholes fucking clenched tight.
It was
Well, I'm sure
beautiful.
Grix is relaxed after a little bit, but you know.
Yeah. I wasn't trying to argue the ruling, nor was I trying to argue the narrative storytelling of it. I was just arguing the physics of it, and that's how it's going to work in my campaign. That's all I was doing.
Try not to argue in combat. You can argue afterwards.
I know.
All you want.
I posted one thing, and it was supposed to be a DM. I didn't preface it. That was my problem.
Who wants to guess what I got for lunch?
I'm gonna guess shredded beef.
You're wrong. No inspiration for you.
Oh shit! Was it shit?
Tacos.
I've talked about it recently. I'll tell you that much.
Was it shit?
No.
Oh, you didn't give me inspiration, so you should eat it.
And Miko's wrong too. I did not get tacos. I've talked about this recently during a session.
He was talking about eating. It's not burritos.
Mm-mm.
It was something his mom.
You've already
made him.
guessed, so even if you guess correctly, you're not going to get the
Oh
inspiration.
no! I was just pulling the clues together. It was something his mom made him, I think.
Nope.
Last time, no.
Oh, is it grilled cheese?
You got it.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
I'd already
You
guessed.
already guessed,
I don't
though,
get
so you don't get the
inspiration.
inspiration.
Oh,
Rip.
shit.
Yeah,
You
it's
should
a
have
grilled
given
cheese
him,
on Texas toast.
Is it cheesy? And let someone else chime in.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
is
sorry.
it cheesy? Does it have bread on it?
Does it have bread on it? You get no inspiration.
I really should have waited until I heard you say I've been talking about it recently. And then I would have been like, oh,
That's why whenever someone asks you to guess something, you never guess immediately.
Yeah. You wait for
I
the other
guess
idiots to
af-
guess.
That's the thing. I guess after Mark. did.
Oh,
Or you
no,
wait for
that's a terrible
qualifiers.
idea. That's
you
gonna
also
be
wait for qualifiers.
my guesses
true.
are automatically red herrings.
Also, I do want to go ahead. Well, I don't know. How is everybody's health now?
Well, we just went through 10 minutes, and everybody should have been able to blow all their hit dice.
Oh,
That
I
was something else. That was something else that we were going
Oh,
to ask.
yeah.
Can Grix use his hit die even though he's unconscious?
I was waiting.
Raw, no, but I'll say yeah, sure.
Okay, there you go, Grix.
I didn't know that. Interesting. Oh, I needed to do
All right.
time.
And the only reason why, technically, but I'm being nice about it, is because Raw, a short rest lasts for an hour, and Grix is out for an hour. So when you finish a short rest, that's when you're technically using the hit die. It's not during a short rest. It's actually when you finish one. So he would have not have been able to. Or wait, no, he would have been able to because he was out for an hour. But in this case, my homebrew rule says short rests are only 15 minutes. So he is still unconscious, but I'll let him get the health back.
Okay.
Unless someone wants to try to wake him up.
Why?
I can
Why?
slap
How do
him
you
in the
wake
face.
up a?
I
You
can
try to
slap him in
slap
the
the
face.
shit out of them.
Medicine
Um,
check to try to wake him up.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go over and try to wake him up.
Okay.
Check. Medicine check. Where is my...
Hey, damn, why is Timon's hit dice thingy tracker all fucky?
I don't know.
It doesn't show the amount of dice he has left.
Don't ask me, dude. It's not my character sheet. I don't know
I'll
shit.
fuck around with it.
Was I able to wake him up?
Yes, you were. Grix is awake.
Hey, buddy.
No, you got it back.
She got you up.
Yeah. And this is where I'm going to have to depart, as I need to be up in I'm going to try and get a good night's rest for once.
All right. Well, we'll
Yeah,
see, buddy.
based on what's left and how late it is, we probably should stop here because there is more stuff.
Mhm.
I don't think anyone's stupid enough
I'm
to
gonna
continue.
Do a couple of more hit jives.
We would
Well,
have
even if you go back and do a long rest, there's still more
Oh yeah, yeah.
because you're still
Exploration.
missing the incredibly important item that you need from this place.
Yeah.
the important thing that we came here for.
The
And you're
key.
missing the important thing from the forges still too.
Yep.
Yeah.
We didn't explore the forges because we were scared little bitches. Specifically, Velios was telling them get the fuck out of here.
And oh man, you made that place so much worse.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, that's all I'm
Okay.
Exhausted tracking. Track hit dice per class.
Yeah, that needs to be on.
On. There we go.
Okay. I am
There he
going to go.
goes.
I'll see you all next week.
Of course.
Mark,
Yeah.
I was going to tell you this. My schedule, how it's planned out. I should not need to leave early for your campaign on Saturday, but
Okay.
I may only be here for a couple of hours on Monday. So we need you and Miko here ASAP if we're going to get anything done.
Yeah. We will be.
Okay,
Sorry.
we
just had
definitely will.
I don't know if I
This
trust
is
that
just
because they've been late
Tuesday.
to every single session,
every single session. Oh.
especially
Okay.
Mark.
No. We were here last session at 7:00.
We
Or no, the session before that.
Yeah, the session before that, not the last one. You held us up until 9:30.
okay,
Till
Grix.
9:30.
I want to tell you
Okay.
this. I give you my word. I will be here at 7.
I think you mean Garrosh.
Yeah.
Oh, Garrosh. I'm so
Oh.
sorry. I don't know why I thought it was Grix who was talking.
They're both very blue looking.
I also wasn't paying attention to the little lights over there, and I haven't learned everybody's voice.
Yeah. That's fair. But
Well,
yeah,
mine's easy to recognize because it's the sexiest one in the room.
There you go. Mine's
Yeah, every time I look over, Mark's popping a bone.
I know.
Mine's the wannabe DM color.
I know. If he wasn't with you, he would be trying for me for sure. I know it.
Oh, there we go.
And
100%.
I'd have to turn him down every time, unfortunately.
Dang. Sorry, we
Nico-
just can't have relations with the DM. It's just
Well,
it's too unprofessional.
Nico.
it's unprofessional.
Gosh.
Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.
Later, Garage. You did really fucking good. Besides sitting there and watching everyone die.
Yeah, and watch now. The next session is gonna come around, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh man, we're at low health," and he's gonna be like, "I'm fine.
Fine, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm 9 foot tall, and I'm fine."
I'm fine. Well, to be fair, everyone else is pretty fully healed up at this point.
Yeah.
Besides
Actually,
Grix.
yeah, proportionately, Garrosh is not great.
Yeah. Karash is like one of the worst off proportionately.
He has more.
Also-
He has more current HP than everyone, but proportionately, he's only just above half health.
Nice.
Also, my little green bar never changes.
Yeah,
Consistently
it's a bug.
oh, I just have to refresh it.
Sometimes that works.
Yeah,
So you just
it's a
check it.
bug right now with the
But also
tokens.
At the same time, I almost don't want to because it's at 69.
Nice.
Take a screenshot of it.
There you go. There and then snip. Yeah, you just type SNIP. Oh, I guess the search button. There you go, SNIP. You just hit new and highlight it. New
Yeah,
is
you guys
underlined.
still got a lot more dungeon to go.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot to explore in here. That's why we needed our health back up really high, because I know we're not going to be not falling.
Yeah, who knows? Tomorrow next session might just be like, oh, I'm gonna move down a space. Oh, nope, there we go. Whee!
I'm fairly certain, had I not fucked up one of those that green thing to distract one of them, the lot of them over there would be dead with all those recharges.
They kept rolling so good on those recharges.
Yeah.
And then also awful. It was literally because it recharges on 5 or 6. It would be 1, 1, 1, 5, 5, 5, 1, 1, 1.
Yeah, that extra
It's like,
fucking,
do you want me to just roll a d4? Because this is basically what this is turning into.
that extra recharge would have probably killed him.
Oh, for sure. If it had recharged it again, absolutely.
But now we have a fucked up green thing over here.
Like I said in the chat, you guys are OP as fuck. I gotta try harder.
OP as fuck. You
yo,
almost
what do
killed
you
you.
mean?
I literally had to.
You killed
We had to work
Wooden.
together to
I gotta
force
try.
him to get to the
I gotta
body.
try harder. Those are 2 CR13 creatures, so you shut the fuck up.
Okay,
Wait.
that's fair.
Wait, are you?
But to be fair, though, they got divided, and that was an intentional strategic point. Had they been together, that would have been a possible TPK, almost assuredly. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you gotta use
So-
strategy. You can't just
Yeah.
stand there and face tank everything.
Yeah. Well, we did, but we separated them. We divided the damage
Yeah.
that they were doing AOE.
Although me turning into a vulture did not do what I wanted it to. I mean, I was able to fly.
You got over there. Yeah, you got over there.
Because
That's,
I know my little tiny feet wouldn't have got me there.
you got some
You would have been
damage.
still struggling to get there by the time the combat was over if you hadn't changed
Right?
it to
Yeah.
a vulture.
Vulture was a good idea. You could have shape changed out of it, but you were still getting hits in, so it didn't much matter.
Yeah.
Word
I
of
think that
advice
was-
with wild shape is generally it's better to stay in it because you essentially have a fuck ton of temporary HP.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
Sure, your damage might suck, but you have to take that into account before you change. And then it's just better to not leave it afterwards.
Honestly, if I hadn't have gotten hit, I was 100% planning on going out and then just blasting it with a snow cone.
Yeah. They
But I was gonna land in like the goop or whatever, so that way I didn't have to do like a dexterity save.
it's interesting seeing how this plays out, because that was a really challenging fight.
Mm-hmm.
I've been using different challenges, I guess, like different mechanics. Whereas
What are you
this was
talking
just
about?
well, I've been using stuff like lots of weird saves and
Mm.
drowning and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And coming up is a real fun one that I already linked the homebrew rules for. But I like the straight up fucking it's them versus you, brawl it out.
Mhm.
That was a really well calculated fight. That was really good. I
Yep.
mean, had we been together though, had we all been grouped up, that would have been TPK almost automatically.
I
keep
will say
trying to
my
tell you guys,
butthole was
you gotta
puckered
use-
the entire time.
I think the biggest thing that this group needs to work on overall is you guys are much better than when you started at thinking tactically. That much is definitely certain. However, you have to think tactically outside of yourself. That's the like next step, and try to like coordinate with other people knowing what they're capable of. Like you know when I was on like on Pridwin, I'd be like, hey, you go do this or something along those lines because I know they're capable of that. And if they're like, okay, yeah, I'll go do it, then I'm like, okay, now I can execute the plan that I wanted. We can work together as a team to achieve this goal versus just me coming up with a plan that involves myself and what I can do.
Yeah.
Which might be a good one, but you work better as a team ultimately.
100%. Yeah.
That's kind of
I
like
don't
the
know.
next level of getting good at D&D combat.
I don't know. I kind of like our method.
No, your
Guys,
method fucking
We
sucks.
should group up and hit it till it dies.
Yeah, just stand right in front of it. Dragon's breath, no problem. I'll just stand
Yeah.
right here. Don't
Everyone
spread out.
high-fiving.
We are
Great
in
job,
this
bro.
together.
Getting roasted. Yeah, good idea, bro.
Yeah, bro, I'm getting totally blasted right now.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Anyone close to leveling yet?
Oh, I
I
got
got
5K left.
I don't think so. I don't even know what my next level up is. Isn't it like
What is your current
85?
XP?
Man, we haven't even solved the puzzle of this fucking floor
It
either.
is
You're at 76,000 right now.
yeah, 76.
Let's see. Character advancement. How close are you?
It looks like 76.
You need 10,000 more.
85. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
well,
9,000.
it's gonna take me a while to level up then.
Yep. The crossover from tier 2 into tier 3 takes very long.
Okay.
It's a big jump, though. I don't know
Oh,
about
yeah.
Land, though. Land Druid doesn't get much, does it? It gets high-level spills, and that's it, I think.
Well, you're gonna get new high level spells. All your cantrips are gonna get extra dice.
Oh, they get extra dice. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
It's like right
goodness.
now you have Thorn Whip, right?
No, she was told not to get Thorn Whip.
No, all
yeah, that's right,
I have
okay.
Produce Flame,
You-
Frostbite, Primal Savagery.
Oh yeah,
and
so your Primal Savagery is gonna hit like a fucking truck if you can hit something with it. Because right now it does 2d10, but once you get to level 11,
wow.
it'll be 3d10.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's only like if
In melee distance.
oh
yeah, that's in
within
melee. I'm just using that
distance.
as an example.
What's your little fireball do?
Oh, the
Produce
fire.
flame?
Yeah, the